The Mazda Museum is found at the University of Findlay in the Gardner Fine Arts and Pavilion Center. Inside this museum, an array of children's books and illustrations are seen lining the walls. With the thousands of paintings found in the Mazda, the Shortstop, illustrated by Mike Wimmer, was found in the center room, located directly under Wilson Gallery.
The Shortstop is not your usual children's book. It's filled with 16 chapters and only one picture, found on the cover. This story is about a boy named Chase who was looked down upon as a baseball player because of a crooked eye. Not a single team would give him the opportunity to prove himself as a legitimate baseball player until he reached the small town of Findlay. The first few games started out rough, but Chase continued to excel and became the best player, not only on the Findlay baseball team, but in the whole league. Chase is found on the cover of this book as the determined shortstop.
On the cover, a typical baseball play becomes a larger message. How does Wimmer illustrate the shortstop's determination in this painting? Even though the painting is a snapshot of a play within the game, Wimmer emphasizes the action and movement, capturing the essence of the whole play. With focus and determination, you can overcome any obstacle, such as the different plays within the game.
The defensive player is determined to catch the ball as the offensive player slides into second base safely. His focus is staring right out of the painting as if the ball were coming from the audience. His face is set in a jaw-clenching focused gaze, his eyes fixed on an object in the distance out of the painting, anxiously waiting to receive the ball. His open glove and arm is in a ready position, to reach out and catch anything at any moment. However, what draws your focus to the actual play? As the defensive player zones in on the ball, it seems like Wimmer uses a technique to zone in on the play.
Definitely. He uses a background in his favor to get you looking toward the bigger picture. The background used for this painting was a dark blue wall. The wall contrasts with the two players' uniforms, making the lighter colors on the players stand out. Wimmer was attempting to have the same effect as what was portrayed in the book. When Chase was in the middle of a play, he would zone out the audience or anything that would distract him from the game. The only thing that Chase would focus on was the ball, the player running from second, and himself. By Wimmer adding in the dark background, it showed the image Chase would see while making his big play.
Exactly. You did the same thing when analyzing a picture. After you took a quick look at the main focus of the picture, in this case the players, you look at the background to immediately set the scene and attempt to find the mood, balance, or point of view the illustrator wanted us to obtain. Wimmer put in the dark background in order to prevent that very spontaneous train of thought. Well, while we are thinking spontaneously, what makes you believe that this play is in action?
Wimmer does an incredible job to show action in different ways throughout this painting. The encircling cloud of dust unwrapping the offensive player's torso and lower legs brings the painting to life because it is what you would see in a typical baseball game. Without the explosion of dirt at the feet of the player, he would look like he was just sitting on the ground.
Yeah, I like that idea. But what about the colors coming off the uniforms? Why do you think he paints it that way?
The colors are blurred, yet not enough to distort the picture. They fade into the background. The red blur off the hat and the sleeve of the player sliding into second base, and the blur from the shortstop glove was no mistake. The blurriness allows the viewer to picture the play happening because you can see the player sliding into base or jumping from the ball.
Oh, so kind of like photos from a NASCAR race? The car is the main focus of the picture, yet the audience is a complete blur of color. The car is moving at such a high speed, there is no way the audience can be in focus at the same time as the car.
Exactly. That's a good comparison. Even though the painting is a snapshot of a single millisecond within the game, Wimmer not only zones in on the play, but also uses the defensive player to focus in on the ball. This grabs your attention and stretches it to put you on the edge of your seat. All the little details that Wimmer put into this painting unifies it to show the different aspects of focus. Wimmer had said, "I want to bring my imagination to life so that everyone else can see what I have to say." And it is shown continually throughout this painting. But the real question is, was he out or was he safe? That's your call.